Hi guys, welcome back. This is lecture 8. I have 20 words for you. We have a lot to do. Let's get started. The first one is a noun. It's duration. And when I was preparing for this lecture, I had this funny feeling I've already introduced this word. So if I have, please forgive me, but duration, it has to do with time. The length of time something lasts. For example, we will study High English vocabulary for the duration of the semester. Another example, whenever we're on an airplane, usually there's an announcement asking passengers to turn off their smartphone or turn it on airplane mode. For how long? For the duration of the flight. In Korean, Jisak Dwaenan Gigan? Gigan? I'm going to go through these kind of quickly. This next one, it looks like gouge, but the correct pronunciation is gauge. It means to measure or estimate, or make a judgment about someone's feelings. Just a very quick example, guys. Sometimes when people are wearing the face mask, or if they're wearing dark sunglasses, for me, it's difficult to gauge if they're friendly or not. I know that's kind of strange, but when their facial expressions are hidden, or they're wearing sunglasses that have a strong mirror reflection, for me, it's difficult to gauge if they're looking at me or if they have friendly eyes or not. So anyway, just looking at some examples here, guys. It's difficult to gauge how my parents will react when they hear the news. It's difficult to guess how they might react. Look at the third example. Home sales. Home sales provide a useful way of gauging the overall state of the economy. So measuring in that case. In Korean, gauge. 직장 하라. Students, find it on the final. Moving on to the next one. No, wait, I forgot. I always do this. Students, going back to duration, you know the clock tower in London? Have you ever seen it? I must confess, I've never been to Yeongguk. It's known as Big Ben, but actually they recently renamed it Elizabeth Tower in honor of Queen Elizabeth, the longest reigning monarch in British history. But if you were to go today, you would discover it's closed and it's covered in scaffolding. They're doing some repairs. How long will it be closed? Well, I'm not sure exactly, but I think it will be open next year. It was supposed to be finished this year, but because of COVID, it slowed the repairs down. But it will be closed for the duration of the restoration. Take a look at this, guys. This is a photograph of Big Ben, and I don't know if you noticed in the earlier pictures, but it's black. But originally, 150 years ago, it was blue. And I know it's backwards on your screen. It says, turning back time as Big Ben turns true blue. When the restoration is complete, I would like to visit London. Anyway, that's duration. Look at the next one, guys. It's a verb. Impart. Impart, it means to give, especially information. Pass some information or pass something on. Make information known, to communicate. So very quick example, guys. A good teacher can give you knowledge and skills, but cannot give the wisdom that comes with experience. Take a look at this. Here is a woman playing a bamboo flute. I think in Korean it's called daegum. Well, all over the world, elders impart their traditions to young generations. The traditions of their culture. Okay. In Korean, impart, janhara, or alternatively juda. Look at the next one. Implode. You know explode. Implode is the opposite. It means to collapse. Collapse violently inward. I always think about a star. So guys, you know that during the lifetime of a star, at the end of a star's life, many stars will go supernova and explode. But depending on the mass of a star, sometimes they don't explode, but rather they implode. And they become the strangest thing in the universe, a black hole. So this star here has imploded, and it's beginning to suck gas away from a neighboring star into the event horizon. These are jets of gas. So this star has imploded. I have an example on your handout here. Many political experts feel that the North Korean political regime will eventually implode on its own. In other words, the government in North Korea will collapse. This next one, really easy, guys. Sage, it just means wise. So my grandmother always gives me sage advice. Literally, it means wise advice, but just means good advice. Sage, wise, especially as the result of life experience. 현명한, guys, I want to show you something. This is not part of the lecture, but there are a group of ladies behind me who keep distracting me. Let's see, yeah, there they are. Thank God they're leaving. Where was I? This next one, easy. It's a verb. Please say it with me. Nibble. It means to take small bites. Just imagine a mouse eating cheese. The mouse is nibbling. Whenever I hear the word nibble, it makes me think of cookies or crackers. In Korean, oh, interesting. Yagam makta? Nibble. Sometimes my mom will ask me, what are you nibbling on? If I'm sitting on the couch watching TV, she's basically asking me, excuse me, what are you eating? What are you snacking on? And again, it's usually cookies or could be potato chips or something like that. So that's nibble. This next one It's an adjective, steadfast. Steadfast, firmly fixed, constant, not moving or changing, firm in belief. So for example, I am a steadfast supporter of women's rights. What does that mean? I am a steadfast supporter. I am a strong supporter. Steadfast can also mean very devoted or loyal to a person. I often hear this, steadfast friends. So you and I are steadfast friends. We are steadfast friends. They are steadfast friends. Just means great friends, no matter what. Steadfast. Look at the example. The professor urged his students to be steadfast in their efforts to achieve their goals in life. Means unwavering, firm, determined, firmly fixed. I'm thinking whether I should try to attempt to pronounce this. Hwakgo-han. Hwakgo-han. Cool. Am I saying that right? Steadfast friends. Look at the next one. It's a verb. Reminisce. Please say it with me. Reminisce. Reminisce simply means to remember with pleasure. To recall past thoughts, feelings, or experiences. To talk about with someone, to think about privately, or even write about some pleasurable experiences from your past. Remember with pleasure. So for example, this comes right from your handout, guys. We spent the evening reminiscing about our university days. What does that mean? We spent the evening reminiscing. We spent the evening talking about, remembering, and just thinking about good memories. In the years and decades to come, do you think you'll ever reminisce about our class? In Korean? I'm not sure how to say it, guys. 추억의 잠기다. Will you 추억의 잠기다 about our time together? 아니요. Okay. This next one, guys, it's a verb. Orient. Remember, duration has to do with time. Orient has to do with direction. Orient means to determine where you are and which direction you need to go in. So, to find out where you are or where you're going. To find your exact position and then the direction you need to go. Guys, I have an example here on your handout and I put a little star by it. It's a really good example and it happens to me all the time. So after she came out of the station, for example, the subway station, after she came out of the station, she paused to orient herself. 이해하세요? That happens to me all the time. So for example, if I'm in Myeongdong and I come out of, say, exit 8, I know where I am. I mean, I know I'm in Myeongdong, but I'm a little disoriented. And it takes me a second. Well, there's Namsan Tower, so I need to go in this direction. 이해하세요? That's orienting yourself. It's just figuring out where you are and what direction you need to go in. Okay, look at the next one, guys. Legion. Do you know legion? Historically, it was part of an army, part of the ancient Roman army. You don't have to know this, but it consisted of somewhere between 3,000 and 6,000 men. It looked like this. So these were legionaries, Roman soldiers. But today, when we use the word legion or plural legions, it just means many, or many, lots of people. For example, BTS has legions of fans. What does that mean? BTS has a lot of Roman soldiers? No. Just means they have many. They have a lot of fans. Let's see here. Do you remember, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, there were huge protests in Gwanghwamun about President Park? Legions of protesters filled the square. Maybe you were there. Is that you? This is a photograph of City Hall. How many people? Legions. Okay, so the next one, let me help you with the pronunciation, guys. It looks like hearth. It sounds like the word heart, only with TH. So hearth. Hearth. Please say it with me. Hearth. Whenever I hear the word hearth, it just makes me think of fireplace. But technically speaking, it's the floor of a fireplace. Like so. Yogi. Do you see? But let's see, what example do I have? It was winter, and there was a huge fire roaring in the hearth. They swept the ashes from the hearth. So, again, guys, they're just talking about here. But honestly, usually when I hear the word hearth, I just think of fireplace. So if someone said, my home has 2 hearths, my home has 2 fireplaces. The sun is in my eyes. Can you guys see me? I don't know if I can. How can I? Let's see if I can move it. Oh. No, that's not better. Oh, that's better. Sort of. Arr. Let's see. How's that? I'm back where I started. Damn it. Okay, what do we care? This next one, I think you know. Sob, to cry noisily. Guys, I underlined a word here. Gasp. Do you know gasp? It's like you're trying to catch your breath, like. And sob, it's more than just cry. It's to cry uncontrollably. Just a moment. That's sobbing. Do I get an Academy Award? Have you ever sobbed? No? Only Scott? Those eye drops make my eyes feel cool. He began to sob uncontrollably. She could not stop sobbing. I'm not sure how to say it in Korean, guys. Hick, 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 hick. Interesting. Hick, hick. Ah, that's the sound. Moving on, guys. This is a good one, and I know you don't know it. Prattle. Please say it with me. Prattle. It means to talk a lot, usually about something not important. Talking a great deal without saying anything important. So he would have prattled on. That means talked about. Prattled on is a phrasal verb. He would have prattled on about his new job for the whole afternoon had I let him. Look at the second example. Stop your prattling and go to sleep. What does that mean? Stop your prattling. Stop your talking. Okay, this next one, a really good one. Let me help you with the pronunciation. Feign. Feign. Like fan, only long A. Feign. Please say it with me. Feign. It means to pretend. Pretend to feel something or be affected by. Well, just a quick example, guys. Honestly, I don't watch a lot of soccer. Take a look at this. Sometimes during a game, there'll be a collision and other players will feign injury so they can gain an advantage in the game. 이해했어요? And this guy's like, what? Another example, children sometimes feign illness to avoid going to school. Did you ever do that? I don't feel good. Maybe students might feign disappointment were I to announce class is being canceled. No, professor, no, please don't cancel class. 이해했어요? Feign disappointment. So pretend to be disappointed. Okay. This next one, ponder. It's a verb. Pretty easy. Ponder. It means to think about. To consider carefully. What do you think he's thinking about? Ponder. I need time, this comes from your handout, guys. I need time to ponder all of my options. What does that mean? I need time to ponder. Very simply, I need time to think. What do you ponder? Are you pondering dropping my class? Maybe you're pondering what you'll do this summer vacation. In Korean, 사고하라. This next one, very easy, it's a noun. Take a look at this. So here's a small child, she's in her rain boots, and there's a small pool of water there. What do you call that? In Korean, I like this word. 우당이? 우당이. But what is it in English? Puddle. It's a puddle. Puddle. Have you ever inadvertently stepped in a puddle? I have. Have you ever deliberately stepped in a puddle? No? That's your homework. Anyway, that's puddle, 우랑이. This next one, it's not hard. Grumble, it means to complain angrily, but not loudly. Let's see here. In Korean, 툴툴 갈리다. Am I saying that right? 툴툴 갈리다? Interesting. To complain angrily, but not loudly. To mutter or mumble. For example, I don't think I have this on your paper, but maybe if you have to wait in a long line, people grumble like, God, this is taking forever. 이해했어요? You're not talking to anyone, but you're talking to yourself in a low voice. Like, Scott's class, so boring. I wish this video would end. That's grumbling. 툴툴 갈리다. This next one you know because I think it's the same in Korean. Pandora's box. And I have a little drawing there. A person opening a chest or a box. Pandora's box. If someone opens Pandora's box, they do something that causes a lot of problems to appear that did not exist before, or maybe difficult to anticipate. Like you could not have known such problems would arise. To do something that causes a lot of other problems. Well, I have an example here. If you start dating your boss, your friends might say you're opening Pandora's box. Because, maybe what happens if you break up and you still have to work together? It could get complicated. So that's Pandora's box. Do not open it. A couple more and we'll be finished, guys. This next one, it's a good one. Adjective. Luminous. Really easy. Luminous is just something that produces light or emits light, especially in the dark. Whenever I think of luminous, the first thing I think about is just a star. In this case, our sun. Can you think of anything luminous? What about a light bulb? It's your turn. Please give me an example of something luminous. Smartphone, or maybe even smartwatch. The dial is luminous. Do you have a smartwatch? Neither do I. And just a couple more examples. The night sky. Stars in the night. Believe it or not, guys, this is a photograph of not just any star. It's called Alpha Centauri. It is the closest star, aside from our own sun. Alpha Centauri. Let's go there. 예쁘다. Luminous night sky. Last one, I know you know, guys. 부유한 just means affluent. Please say it with me. Affluent. I hear rich used all the time, but affluent is a good word to know. So, for example, uh-oh. Oh my God. papers are flying away. Guys, do you know Apgujeong? Apgujeong is an affluent shopping district in Seoul. Let's see here. Take a look at this. Please tell me, what do you see? Private jet, luxury automobile, maybe a butler, some kind of servant. Look how they're dressed. This appears to be an affluent couple leading an affluent lifestyle. Guys, I'm a little embarrassed to show you this next one, the last one. When I first saw this, I thought it was a photograph of Paris Hilton. Take a look at this. I'm a little shy. Do you know who this is? It's Donald Trump's daughter, Ivanka Trump. Needless to say, she is affluent. All right. So, let's stop here. And I want to say sorry for all the external noise. Sometimes that happens, but I look forward to seeing you again soon. Goodbye.